Good morning, my viewers. Today is Monday. What are we going to talk about today? Okay, let me guess. Starting a task. Okay, it's kind of look a little bit easy to say like a topic, starting a task. But in the right word, it is still very difficult to still even carry out. Starting a task is one of the major roadblocks of entrepreneurs. One of the major roadblocks that determine whether you are succeeding or you are failing. Most of the times, starting a task is always that common factor that can either make you or mar you. What am I talking about? As a CEO, as an entrepreneur, as someone who is doing something in life, whatever thing you are doing, whether you're a 9 to 5 job, whether you are working for yourself, you're working for anyone, starting a task is not an easy task. You have to make sure that you made up your mind to start something. And when you make up your mind to start something, to starting it usually is the first obstacle you need to overcome. If you don't overcome that, then you keep procrastinating because that is always the opposite of it. But before you start or before you think about a task, you should have made a plan. Remember last week we talked about planning, we talked about organization. So when you have planned, you've organized, now it's time to execute. It's time to start. Maybe you might be having this kind of cold feet, or maybe looking at your weakness. Maybe your bank account is not enough. Maybe seem like you cannot do it alone. Maybe it seems like to you that I'm not yet ready. But let me tell you, you're always ready. You are born ready. So it's left for you to start what you have decided, what you have planned, and say you're going to start. Until you do so, you are not going to know how far you can go. So whatever project you have, wherever plan you have, it is time to start. It is time to execute that task you've been thinking about. It is time to execute that task that you've been dreaming about. It is time. There is no tomorrow when it comes to execution. As a CEO, as someone who is doing something for himself or herself. So you need to make a plan. You need to have the boldness, the courage to start, irrespective of whatever the encumbrances may be. Of course, you have challenges. Of course, you don't expect it to be bed of roses. There's no bed of roses. There's no promise that it's going to be all right. But you have to do something. Until you start, you don't know how it's going to be. So I tell you today, I motivate you today, be Monday. That task you have for this week, if you are still thinking of when is the right time to start it, this is the right time. That's project you want to do. Okay, let me just say, okay, you want to buy a land. You have to start now to save for it. You have to start now to work towards it. Not say tomorrow, okay, let me wait until I have this gig before I can purchase it. No, you have to start today. Starting a task, it's not an easy deal, but you have to overcome it if you want to achieve anything. If you want to do anything meaningful, you have to start from somewhere. And starting from somewhere, it's something that will take you to this place you want to be. If you don't start, you are not going to reach. You are not going to finish. If you don't start, you're not going to finish. If you don't start, you're not going to reach your destination. So you have to make a step. There's another that said, make a move and shoot for the moon. Even if you miss it, you land along the stars. So you have to start that task you've been dreaming of. I don't know the task you've been dreaming of, but today is the right time. Start now to make that plans. Start now to organize it. And start now to execute it. Execution is usually the most hardest part of it. But once you see yourself executing it one step before another, you see yourself moving forward. You see yourself completing it. But until then, you have to realize that you have to start. Thank you for following us, and thank you for keep liking, following, and commenting, and patronizing our services. Remember, we are still your best plug for media services, be it media coverage, be it printing, branding, be it advertisement, modeling. Let's handle that your event. Let's handle that your project too. We are always ready to serve you. Everything media, I'm sure that you know we are the best for it. Thank you for always patronizing Eminent Magazine, and God bless you. Have a wonderful week.